This is Alphonse, one of those boys who loves nature. He protects all the little plants and animals, and he feels very angry when he sees people throwing garbage to the ground. He is in a wheelchair because he was born with a disability, but that doesn't prevent him from being happy. He's in the first year of primary school. This is Charles, a blind boy. He sees the world in a different way from us. They say he has special powers like the superheroes. Charles sees with his soul. He's in the second year of primary school. This is Eve, a very intelligent girl. Learning new things is what she loves the most. She never loses an opportunity to read a good book. Her greatest doubt is about what she wants to be when she grows up. A doctor, an astronaut, a teacher. She's in the third year of primary school. This is Louis, the most curious of all the boys. He loves to build things and take things apart in order to find out how they are made. He also loves sports, especially football. He dreams about being a scientist or the best football player of the world. He's in the fourth year of primary school. Alphonse, Charles, Eve, and Louis attend the same school. One of their favorite places at school is the library. There they can watch a film, research and play the computer, watch TV, listen to music, read books, and much, much more. The library is really a fantastic place. The library has thousands of books, classified and arranged in order by themes. There are 10 categories of books. Each category has a different number and a different color. Category 4 is not used. To each color corresponds one or more subjects. This way, it's easier to find the book we want. Alphonse, Charles, Eve, and Louis go to the library every week in order to find information, read, and request books. Alphonse goes right to the grey books bookcase, those whose subject is natural and exact sciences. Charles goes right to the special books bookcase, books written in Braille for blind children. Braille is a reading system through touch. Eve loves reading. She is one of the girls who reads more books at school. She reads a little bit of everything. Lately, she is reading the books from the green-colored bookcase, those whose subject is language, linguistics, and literature. Louis, unlike other children, doesn't go straight to any bookcase. Although he is the eldest, he usually asks his colleagues to help him find the books he wants to read. His colleagues tell him to guide himself by the colors, but Louis, when he wants a book from the ColorADD bookcase, goes to the green-colored bookcase, and when he wants a book from the green-colored bookcase, goes to the yellow-colored bookcase. Sometimes he finds the books he really wants after a long time, but usually he can't find them and gets frustrated because he's not able to do it. One day, Louis started crying. Nobody knew what was the matter, and as good colleagues, Alphonse, Charles, and Eve ran to him to see what was wrong. Louis told his colleagues that he was very sad and ashamed to tell them the reason why he felt like that. It was a secret he had been keeping and that he had never told anyone. Alphonse, Charles, and Eve decided to help him right there. Although they were from different ages, the four children had become good friends because they had met so many times in the library. Louis gained the courage and stammering told his secret to his good friends. "I am colorblind." Alphonse, Charles, and Eve didn't know quite well what that meant. and they thought it was the disease. Eve, being very smart, considered each problem a challenge, so she immediately looked for the most intelligent book of all, the dictionary. She opened the dictionary, searched for the C letter, and quickly found the word colorblind. Colorblind, someone who suffers from daltonism. Eve didn't understand what that meant. Certain that she needed to know what her friend Louis' problem was, she searched for the meaning of daltonism in the dictionary and she found it right there. Daltonism, vision imperfection of those that confuse colors, or of those that don't recognize some of them, especially red and green. Louis' sadness was explained. He mixed up colors. That's the reason why he had so many difficulties in finding the books at the library. Eve remembered something and said, "So that's why the other day you came to school wearing purple trousers, a yellow t-shirt, and pink shoes with lettuce green polka dots." "Yes," answered Louis. "I chose my own clothes, but I thought that everything matched. In fact, nothing matched. But I thought it was cool. It reminded me of the carnival masks," said Alphonse. Louis stopped crying. "Together we will find a solution. Look at me. I can't even see a color. The truth is our disabilities prevent us from doing some things, but we get used to them, and sometimes we can even surprise ourselves," said Charles, the blind boy. "You're right, Charles. You and Alphonse understand what I feel. Thanks for your help and understanding, friends. I really appreciate it," said Louis. "No problem, Louis. That's what friends are for. And about the books from the library, don't worry. We will find a way to help you," said Eve. The four friends looked for help from the school librarian, who usually solved the majority of their problems. They explained why Louis mixed up the places of the books, when he volunteered to help organize the library, and the reason why he had so many difficulties in finding books by their colors on his own. The school librarian, Alphonse, Charles, Eve, and Louis, verified, searched, researched, investigated, until they found the perfect solution, the ColorADD code. The ColorADD code is a color identification system for colorblind people, inclusive, innovative, simple, universal, useful. Each primary color is assigned to a graphic symbol. For each new color formed by the crossing of two primary colors, it is also assigned the addition of the respective graphic symbols. The addition of colors becomes a game that allows the colorblind to easily identify the colors represented by the symbols and simultaneously to teach all the children the process of creating them. The next step in making the library truly inclusive was to associate each of the colors that identify the book categories that exist in the library to the corresponding graphic symbols from the ColorADD identification code. The school librarian created labels to glue on the book spines and labels to identify the bookcases with the ColorADD symbols. Alphonse, Charles, Eve, and Louis wanted to help, and with everybody's assistance, the books were quickly identified with this new code. From that day on, the library truly became inclusive. Everybody was very happy, and Alphonse, Charles, Eve, and Louis didn't waste any time and went straight to their favorite bookcases.